Okay, today what we're gonna do is I got a garage door opener for the shop here, and I've always wanted to have one because it would just be so much nicer when I'm in the side-by-side, being able to just press a button and pull right back in or pull out, whatever. So this one is a wall-mounted garage door opener, and it mounts right onto the jack shaft, so I don't have to mount up top, you know, with the whole chain and that whole system. So this just mounts directly onto the wall and then attaches to the jack shaft. So no idea how to install this, so we're just kind of going to wing it. Oh, and this also has battery backup, Wi-Fi on the app, everything. So I'm going to just get this opened up. And another thing that was awesome about this is it has this automatic deadbolt, which is so sweet. So as soon as the door comes down, it'll deadbolt it. Oh, here's the portable remote. So I can put this just in the buggy. And then here's one of the brackets that it comes with, depending on the jack shaft size, whatever size that you have. And some mounting brackets, battery that it comes with. So it has battery backup, like I said, which is great. So if the power ever goes out, you can still open it. Some more just hardware, instruction manual. And then these are the sensors that go on the bottom of the door so that it doesn't, you know, shut on you if someone's walking through or something in the way. And then here is the unit itself. So we'll take the manual out. Comes with a light that you just plug in, and then whenever you open the door, it'll turn on. You know, a nice LED light. Like I said, we'll hang that up on the ceiling. So we'll take this out and we'll get the battery put in here as well. But yeah, so this is where you run all the wires, and then this is how you set how much you want the door to open and close. And so yeah, we'll get started on that. Now I already found my first problem. So you need 2.5 inches from the rear of the unit to the center of the torsion tube. So when I go up here and I measure, I am a quarter inch off from that wall. So I'm just gonna pull that sheet of plywood off. So I have that all ready to go now. So I'm just gonna put it up there and see how it fits, to see if I have to add a piece of 2x4 in here so that I can mount it, or what I need to do. And first step is just to get this collar on. So I've already tightened up the collar onto the shaft here. Now, once we get it on the jack screw, then we can tighten this down. Now, you got this mounting bracket. I actually have room to do it on this side. So I'm gonna take the unit down, put the bracket on, and then that's where it's gonna mount. Okay, I got the bracket on here and just loose. So I'm gonna go put it on the shaft now. And then I just want to use a little level to make sure that I'm level before I send it to the stud. So the next step is they want you to install this deadbolt. I don't have a step drill bit and I don't have the right hole saw size, but I'm gonna try to put it up here. We're going off script here. Don't know if this is gonna work. So I'm just gonna measure and punch to see where those holes fit. Good. Okay, so I finally got it in. So here's my big hole, but again, doesn't really matter because I'm just gonna hit on this wheel anyway. So there it is. Okay, so I got the lock wired up and got it in the correct position. Now the next step is to wire in the smart control panel. Take the red and white wire that it comes with, and then red, white, and then do the same in the actual motor. Okay, next step, we're gonna mount the safety sensors. It's actually crazy how there's no instructions with this. So anyway, I figured it out. So we got this one mounted. It's just this bolt that sits in the back, and then that wing nut. Okay, so we got the safety sensors in. So as you can see, we got green and amber. And just to check that it's working, that light shuts off when I put my foot in front of it. So yeah, all you got to do is run those wires together into the red, or sorry, into the white and the black on the right side. And now all we got to do is put in the battery backups. So this is where the battery backup is. So here we go. We got the backup battery installed. And that's just saying that it's charging right now. So we're going to just put the cover back on. Now that comes with light, and I'm going to mount that later because I got to go up there where that outlet is. So I just have it plugged in, left there for now, so that I can set up the app. I didn't show the sensor setup just because, I mean, it's a lot of steps, but essentially what you got to do is press and hold the middle button, press one up for the standard setting, hold it again, and then what you have to do is hold up until it's open all the way, press the middle button, and then press down until it closes all the way, and then press the middle button again, and then that'll learn your door in the setting. Here, I'll press the remote to open it, and it'll release the deadbolt. There, and now it's locked. Boom. So I'm just gonna run this wire for the safety sensor. I'm just gonna run it up, and then that'll be it. Then I'll be done. I finished up the garage door opener video, and this is a few days later. So I just wanted to show, I ran all the cables now. So I got everything all buttoned up. And what I actually ended up doing was getting a second one, because I just wanted this side to match. So I still need to hide the cables on that one, but this side's all done. Go into the app, and then we got both the doors. We can just open it. Nice and quiet, fairly fast. So yeah, that's it. Anyway, I highly recommend that. And cut.